Hi, lovely people, and welcome to Little Moments, Big Shifts, the podcast that empowers you to prioritise yourself and evolve into the person you were always meant to be. I'm your host, Emma Longbottom, founder of Wellbeing with Emma. So, hello, and welcome to episode 3. So, a lot of people over the last few weeks who I've been working with have either just recovered from a cold or COVID or have come with a cough or have generally been feeling a bit run down. And so I thought today we could talk about how we need to sort of change up our self-care a little bit as we come into the autumn. Because I think a lot of the time it kind of springs on us a little bit by surprise, doesn't it, autumn? And especially because we've had such a beautiful long summer. I don't know about you, but I didn't quite feel ready for autumn to come. I was like, it caught me a bit off guard. And so what we do is we sort of stick with the routine that we had over the spring and the summer. But actually what we maybe need to do is just to change things up a little bit and just give ourselves a bit more time and space. Because one of the most powerful things to do is to take our cue from nature. So if you look outside of your window, if you have a look around when you're outside walking, nature is changing. Nature is shedding. She's releasing, she's letting go of what she doesn't need. And she doesn't worry about that. Like, she just literally lets it go. And then she's coming and getting ready as she lets go to be more restful. You know, like the big showy, bright colours of summer are getting a bit more muted. The flowers are sort of dying off. The leaves are falling. But that's not because the plants are dying, it's just because they need to rest and they need to renew, ready for spring. And we are part of that cycle. We are human beings and we are part of nature, but we sometimes get a bit lost in it. We don't always acknowledge that, I don't think. You know, like modern life, we're inside a lot more, we're looking at screens a lot more. I think we've lost that connection a little bit with nature. But really, nature and the world is like looking at us to slow down. So in autumn, as we come into autumn, we do need more rest. We do need to be a bit slower, but somehow we end up speeding up. And I notice everybody the last couple of weeks, they're going really fast, they're speeding up, they're really, really super busy. So maybe you just need to create some space, and maybe that's one of the biggest self-care things that you could do. Maybe there's something that you need to let go of. Maybe there's something that needs to be released, the same as the leaves from the trees. Do you need to slow down? Because often when we come to these bouts of colds, flus, COVIDs, all those kind of little viruses, it's because we've been rushing and our body's been trying to talk to us and it's been trying to tell us something, and we haven't been listening because we haven't had time. And I say that if you feel like I'm calling you out, well, then listening, guys. But I say that with love because that used to be what I used to do. I used to be so busy all the time, and I used to end up making myself feel like lose my voice, and I used to get recurring laryngitis and I literally couldn't speak at all, and it was because I just didn't pause. I just didn't work with nature at all. I just kept pushing, rushing, and it's really just not good for you to do it all the time, and particularly at this time of year. We just need to slow down. So my question and my invitation to you is to have a think about, is there something that you do need to let go of? Is there some boundary that you need to set? Is there something that you're ready to release or change? You might want to come back to it next summer, but maybe for now, it's a no. Maybe it's a no. For now, it's a, actually, this doesn't feel right for me. Just lean into that. Maybe come to some rest and some stillness and just have a think through that, because it's a really powerful question to ask yourself as the season changes. You know, like, what do I need now? What do I need now? So these are some of the things that I've been doing because I thought it might be helpful. So I've definitely been slowing down, although I've been quite busy this week. But I've got a restful weekend. Definitely slowing down. I definitely take more rest. And at this time of the year, I love to get my cozies on. I love a fluffy sock and a slipper and a cozy blanket, and to sit and like read my book or just be a bit more quiet, lighting some candles, you know, just getting cozy or having a lovely bath. But other things that I really love at this time of year are things like making soups and that's not just a nice ritual and it feels really nourishing when you make it, but actually you've got really lovely things to have all week then as well, which really nourish you and have those vitamins and minerals which are really, really helpful for you. I really enjoy spending as much time outside as I can. I mean, it smells beautiful, does autumn, and it's so pretty, the colours. So try and get outside and particularly change up your routine so that you get some daylight, because as the nights are starting to get darker, we can get into a situation, and I know this used to happen to me when I worked in an office. Sometimes I had to go, it'd be dark on my commute into work, it'd be dark on my way home. So if I didn't make the effort to get outside at lunchtime, I didn't see any daylight all day, and that's really not good for us. Like, we do need some daylight, even on a grey, miserable autumnal day. And you might not have them where you live, but I definitely do in Leeds. On those grey days, we do still need some natural light. It's really, really important. So try and get outside, try and change up your routine so you get out maybe on a lunchtime or something like that. And actually, it's a really lovely time of year to be outside because, like I was saying about, the colours are beautiful, but also I love like the crunchy leaves underneath my feet, or like giving them a good kick like a little kid. You know, give yourself some joy in those moments. It's a really lovely thing to do. And one of the other things I wanted to mention, and people who know me well will smile about this, but one of my top tips for helping you with your little colds and your viruses and things is echinacea. Oh my goodness, I love this stuff. I honestly should be on commission actually. It's really great if you, at the time, you know, when you get that little niggly tickle in your throat, or maybe get a little bit of a sniffle before your cold starts, I start taking echinacea then, and it's just like a herbal liquid. You just put a little drop underneath your tongue, a couple of drops underneath your tongue, but it's so helpful to help your body, your immune system just be a little bit more. Now I know not everybody can take it, so do check if it's right for you, but honestly I really love the stuff. Although, and I'm not wanting to show off here, I was doing a bit of decluttering the other day, because that's also a really great or something to do, declutter and get rid of some stuff that's cluttering up your mind and your house and your general energy. So I was decluttering my bathroom cabinet, and I noticed that actually my echinacea had gone out of date. So I felt like really proud of myself that I must have been so well this year that I hadn't had to take it all. So I need to go buy some more and take my own advice. So I invite you, my lovelies, to have a little bit of a think about what you need in this season. What do you need in autumn? What does self-care look like for you? What self-care do you need? And see what you can build into your day, your week, your month. See what needs to change up, see what you need to let go of. No shame, you're not doing anything wrong. Just sometimes we need that reminder just to change things up and just take care of ourselves. And that's what I'm here for. And with that, my lovelies, I hope that you prioritise yourself. And I will see you next time.